All right, so we're going to continue on, and we've got some devastating weapons here now, so I don't think anything's going to stand in our way. Going to make our way along. Again, here the world, handcrafted, beautifully laid out. Some of the areas that we really wanted to focus on in Dungeon Siege 2 are story and a much deeper combat system, much better loot, items, sets, rares, uniques, and so on. So we've really, we've really added a lot more depth in there. Now, one of the areas here is story, and especially how it relates to dialogue trees. So now we can go ahead and actually have multiple choices when we talk. We're actually going to go ahead and get a password here from this character, moving through it quite quickly, so that he thinks we're on his side still. We've kind of fooled him, and he's given us a password for the next station up ahead, and we're going to have to give that password in order to make our way through. So we're not always fighting if we don't want to, but we're going to purposely start a fight here by giving them the wrong password. And then we're going to go ahead and use some of our powers on them. And then we've got we've stunned them, and now we're going to go ahead and throw down the conflagration. So you see, in a very 1-2 punch manner, we were able to use powers effectively, and it's much more involved. One of the real high-level goals we wanted in Dungeon Siege 2 was to take the player deeper in terms of interactivity and focus, so that they were much more engaged in the game experience. We didn't want them casually clicking and sitting back in their chair. We wanted them to be much more engaged. So here we've got another story element. We've rescued this dryad. She's told us that, hey, if we want to move on and get past this tower, we actually need to get a piece from a broken fragment from the cage she was in. We use it as a torch, and we light it on this fire, and then we set fire to the tower. And so it's much more interactive. And we have a little sequence here that shows the building burning and clearing our path to the area beyond. All right, okay, so we just blew up that tower, and now as we cross into this next region here, we're going to actually see if we can show off how our new Coach AI system works, where these characters, well, actually they run and they form a line, and they get around us, and see up top here, they send in a couple to attack us, and the rest are staying back, and they're actually guarding their leader. And the leader may actually send more in, and as we run through their ranks, let's run through to the other side, you'll notice they turn, and they form up a new line, and that line is meant to protect the leader again. And there you see the leader actually healing one of his own, so that if you're not careful, you really got to go after the leaders.